If you feel like your body just doesn't respond the same anymore, like every attempt to lose that stubborn belly fat only brings more frustration, you're not alone. And no, it's not your fault. A woman's body changes dramatically after 40, even if no one ever really explained it the way they should have. The problem isn't that you eat poorly or don't try hard enough. The real issue is that you're using an old map to navigate a whole new hormonal landscape. Today, I'm going to reveal what most conventional methods never tell you. Because those tips that once worked, now they're sabotaging your metabolism. And most importantly, I'll show you what you can do to take back control with a strategy designed specifically for this stage of your life. We're going to talk about science, hormones, emotions, and yes, exercise. But not just any kind of exercise. I'll be sharing specific movements designed to unlock your slow metabolism and help you transform your body from the inside out. So breathe, relax, and stay with me until the end. Because today, you're not just going to understand why nothing seems to be working, you're going to learn how to change it all, without extreme diets or punishment. Let's begin. Imagine this, you're doing everything right. You eat healthy, you work out, you even push yourself through routines that used to give you results, but now, nothing. Not a single gram lost, not 1 centimeter off your waist. Just fatigue, bloating, and frustration. Sound familiar? There's a reason for that. After 40, your body enters a whole new phase. Perimenopause, followed by menopause. And even if you don't feel it immediately, internally, your hormonal system is undergoing a massive shift. The star of this story is estrogen. Estrogen doesn't just regulate fertility, it's the conductor of your metabolism, your energy, your mood, and even how your body stores fat. When it starts to drop, like it naturally does in this stage, your body goes into emergency mode. The result? Fat accumulation, especially around your belly, not because you're lazy or doing something wrong, but because your body thinks it needs to protect you. It's an ancient survival mechanism that used to save lives during times of scarcity. Now, it works against us. And here's where everything changes. If you're still using strategies designed for a younger body with a completely different hormonal profile, all you're really doing is creating more internal stress. That stress releases cortisol. And cortisol, yep, another hormone, tells your body to store even more fat. That's why doing more cardio, eating less, or fasting for hours might actually be making things worse. You're not failing. It's just that no one ever told you your body now plays by a different set of rules. Think about this. You wake up early, do your cardio, eat salads, count calories, but every week you feel more tired, more bloated, more frustrated. That's not a coincidence. It's cortisol working quietly behind the scenes. Cortisol is the stress hormone, and while it can be useful in short bursts, when it stays elevated for too long, it turns into a silent enemy. It causes inflammation, messes with your sleep, throws off your emotions, and worst of all, it makes your body hold on to fat right where you least want it, your belly. And what raises it? Skipping meals, overtraining, poor sleep, pushing yourself past your limits. Your body doesn't understand fitness trends or aesthetic goals, it understands survival signals. And when it senses danger, it reacts by storing energy, fat, just when you're trying to burn it. It's a vicious cycle. Less food, more anxiety, more cardio, fewer results, more frustration, more cortisol. So the first thing you need to do isn't train harder to understand your new biology. This isn't about fighting your body, it's about working with it. And that starts with a shift in mindset. We're going to build a strategy that brings you energy, stability, and real results. One that respects your body instead of punishing it. Now that you understand why what used to work doesn't anymore, it's time to learn what does work. Your metabolism isn't broken, it's just speaking a different language now. One that changes with age, with hormones, with your lifestyle, and you need to learn how to listen to it. During perimenopause and menopause, your body goes through a deep internal reset. Estrogen, the hormone that regulates everything from your mood to how your body stores energy, starts to drop, and with it, everything shifts. How you sleep, how you digest food, how you handle stress, And yes, how you burn fat. But here's what no one tells you. You can reverse this process, not with strict diets, not with more punishment, but with a formula designed for this exact stage of your life. A formula that's clear, powerful, and made just for you. 3 pillars that change everything: smart movement, strategic nutrition, restorative rest. You don't need to follow rules made for 20-year-old bodies. You don't need to copy routines from magazines that don't reflect your hormonal reality. You don't have to adapt yourself to the plan. The plan needs to adapt to you, to your stage, your rhythm, your biology. And that's exactly what we're going to build. Step by step, no rush, no pause, together with knowledge, with clarity. And it all starts in a place almost no one talks about: muscle. Yes, because muscle isn't just about strength. It's about health, stability, hormonal balance. It's the system that keeps your metabolism running when everything else starts to shift. Starting around age 30, we begin to lose between 3% and 8% of muscle mass per decade. And once we cross the 40 mark, that loss accelerates. The result? Our body changes. Our energy drops. Our metabolism slows down. It becomes sluggish, and belly fat appears, settles in, and refuses to leave. But there's something that changes the game, something that can reverse the process: muscle. Every gram of muscle you build doesn't just give you strength. It gives you vitality, balance, and most importantly, control. Muscle burns energy even when you're sitting down, while you sleep, while you work, while you're watching a show. It's like having a motor running day and night, an active system that not only burns calories, but also regulates your hormones, reduces inflammation, and directly combats visceral fat, that deep, stubborn fat that's so hard to lose. Want less belly fat, better sleep, more focus, more clarity, more real energy? Then you need muscle. And no, you don't need giant weights or hours in the gym. You don't have to become a bodybuilder. You just need to train differently, train smarter. Sound familiar? Doing cardio every day? Sweating nonstop, jumping, exhausting yourself, and still your body doesn't change? The reason is simpler than you think. That kind of training spikes your cortisol, and elevated cortisol is the enemy of muscle and best friend of belly fat. Yes, that contradictory. More effort doesn't always mean more results, especially at this stage of life. What your body needs now is something else: sustained muscle tension. Slow, controlled movements, conscious breathing, strength from within, resistance training, using weights, bands, or your own body weight. What matters isn't how heavy the weight is. It's the technique, the intention, the connection with every muscle. This kind of training does more than sculpt your body. It rebuilds your metabolism, protects your bones, calms your hormones, and activates your energy like never before. Thousands of women have already done it, and they weren't athletes. They were women just like you, tired of fighting their bodies and ready to start working with them. Now it's your turn. Are you ready? Now that you know why muscle is the key, it's time to put it into practice. And I want you to understand something very important. You don't need a gym. You don't need fancy equipment. You don't need to spend hours working out. You can achieve real transformation at home with simple, functional, well-executed exercises. The key isn't extreme intensity, it's consistency. Not doing more, but doing what's right. Just 3 sessions a week, 20 to 30 minutes each, can change everything. Choose your movements wisely, listen to your body, and follow this guide. First exercise. Bodyweight squat strengthens your legs, glutes, and core. It's practical, functional, and mimics a movement you do every day, sitting down and standing up. Do 3 sets of 12 to 15 reps. Rest 45 seconds between sets. If you're a beginner, you can use a chair for support. If you're more experienced, hold a light backpack in front of you to add resistance. Second exercise, resistance band row. This activates your back and improves posture, especially if you spend a lot of time sitting. Do 3 sets of 12 reps per side. Rest 45 seconds between sets. Secure the band to a door or stable structure. If you don't have a band, you can use a rolled up thick towel to simulate resistance. Third exercise, deadlifts with backpack or water bottles, one of the most complete moves. It works your entire posterior chain, glutes, hamstrings, lower back. Do 3 sets of 10 to 12 reps. Rest 60 seconds between sets. Keep your back straight and engage your core on both the way down and up. Fourth exercise, shoulder press with bottles or dumbbells strengthens the upper body and helps correct the natural tendency to hunch over with age. Do 3 sets of 10 reps. Rest 45 seconds between sets. Focus on your technique, not the weight. Lift and lower slowly, feeling every phase of the movement. Fifth exercise, modified plank with knee support activates the core, improves stability, and protects the lower back. Hold the position for 30 seconds. Do 3 sets, resting 30 seconds between each. If you're more advanced, you can lift your knees and hold a full plank for 40 or even 60 seconds. And remember, it's not about how much weight you lift. It's about how you connect with your body. Each rep is a chance to strengthen not just your muscles, but your relationship with yourself. Train with intention, with technique, with respect. Because when you move from a place of awareness, results come. They come faster, and they come better. This isn't just a workout. It's a new way of seeing yourself, hearing yourself, caring for yourself. Real change doesn't start in the mirror. It starts here, in how you choose to move, how you choose to prioritize yourself. You don't need magic products or extreme workouts. What you need is a clear strategy, clarity, and a real commitment to yourself. Remember this. Engrave it in your mind and in your heart. Your body is not broken. It's not failing you. It hasn't betrayed you. What's happening is that it's speaking a new language, a language you were never taught, one that doesn't show up in magazines or quick-fix diets. And that language is called adaptation. It's a biological code, a wise system asking to be understood. And yes, at first it may sound confusing. You might feel lost, but the truth is, your body is not against you. It's trying to protect you. And just like any relationship, all it needs is for you to start listening. That new language is built on 3 essential pillars: smart movement, conscious nutrition, restorative sleep. Movement that doesn't punish you, but activates you. That doesn't aim to exhaust, but to awaken. Movements designed for you, for your stage, your hormones, your energy. Movements that respect your limits, but also invite you to grow, step by step, without guilt, without comparison. Nutrition that nourishes, not based on restriction, but on intention. Eating to fuel your body, to sleep better, to think clearly, to live fully. You don't need to count calories. You need to count nutrients. You need to build each meal like an ally, not like an enemy. And rest, that often forgotten pillar. Sleep is not a luxury. It's a biological right. It's when your body repairs itself, your hormones rebalance, your mind finds peace. Without rest, nothing works. With rest, everything improves. And above all, there's one key that transforms everything: consistency. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to do everything right every day. You just need to stay with it. Keep going, even when you don't feel like it. Do it for 5 minutes for your future well-being. Start with what you have. Do what you can. One step at a time. 1 rep. 1 choice. 1 conscious breath. That's enough to begin. And soon, you'll see how everything starts to change. Not all at once, not overnight, but in a real, lasting way. Your energy comes back, your body responds, your mind clears, and little by little, you start to feel like you again. Because true transformation isn't measured in sizes or pounds. It's measured in how you feel when you wake up, in how you smile when you look in the mirror, and how you trust yourself again, your strength, your power. And that's priceless. It only takes one decision. And that decision starts today. If this message resonated with you, share it with a friend, because there are thousands of women feeling lost, when in reality, they're just one step away from feeling powerful. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell, and join this community of women discovering a new way to live this stage of life. And if you want to start today, Click on the video on your screen. It shows you a routine designed to activate your metabolism without stress, from home, with no equipment, at your own pace, because your body hasn't given up. It's just waiting for you to listen.